My name is Mohawani Mashrele, and you're watching Sao Principado's Voices Vision.
Well, on a fundamental level, I writing is the way that I make a living. So through writing, I almost need to write in order to make a living. That's how that's who I am essentially is a writer. But having said that, Zen guitar grew out very organically out of who I am and my life experience. In the same way that people say that you have your whole life to prepare for your first album, your first record album. You have your whole life to prepare for your first book. And Zen guitar was that. It was the summation of my life experience to that point. It's not written from a personal. It's not written as a personal story. It's written as a sort of a life philosophy that can apply to the guitar, but to any activity really. And I wrote it as a way of reminding myself of the kind of life that I wanted to live. But really, it's done in such a way that anybody could read it and get something out of it, no matter if they're a musician or not a musician. Because, again, as I said, Zen applies to anything, anytime. And I've heard from readers who were studying to become airplane pilots or court stenographers. Somebody was a big wave surfer and called me up, and he was very excited. He said, you could substitute the word surfboard for guitar in that whole book, and the whole thing would stand up. Because the truth that underlies the Zen of guitar playing is the same truth that underlies any activity. It's because Zen is truth. And so the same thing goes for computing. It's really written in a way that anybody, even people who aren't avid readers, can get something out of it. Because I know that in my mind, having played guitar and worked with a lot of musicians, I know that there's a lot of musicians out there who aren't real book-oriented people. So I wanted to write a book in such a way that even somebody who, I hear from people who say, like, I haven't read a book I haven't read a book since I left high school. But somebody told me I should read your book, a guitar teacher or whoever, and I read it in one sitting, and they were amazed at themselves for the ability they had to read this book. But I did that deliberately. I tried to write it in such a way that anybody could read it, and you could really open it to any page and see how simple it is to read and to comprehend. It's not some esoteric philosophy book. It's very, in my opinion, very real and down to earth.